Can you improve on Attack on Titan Season 3? So what's up guys, Foxen here. Juicy topic today. How can Attack on Titan Season 3 be improved or fixed? I'm saying this for two main reasons. For starters, there's not much Titan on Titan action in Season 3. And also the Uprising arc wasn't exactly popular when it was ongoing in the manga. Besides, the author Isayama himself has mentioned how he considers the anime the final product. So far he's been perfectly fine with changing things up or fixing stuff in the anime. So, here's my top 10 improvements or fixes for Attack on Titan Season 3. Be sure to tell me your own, I'll definitely read all of them. Let's go ahead and get started. Kicking this off is Eren's Titan training at the start of the Uprising arc. That was when Eren was testing out the limitations of his Titan abilities. I could see them having a lot of fun with this scene. There's even a lot of potential for them to add comedic bits for the anime. Another good reason to expand on this is just because you won't actually be seeing Eren's Titan for a good while. Not until almost the end of the arc. In fact, no Titan cameos for a while. So why not go ahead and start off Season 3 with a bang? Go all out with Hanji making Eren practice getting his Titan hard. Next up, how about Historia aka Krista getting a bigger highlight? She is supposed to be a focus of Season 3 anyway. And what I'm specifically thinking about is Historia's flashback to her explaining what happened. It'll be really interesting to see what they do with this. In the manga, it's about 15 pages long. For the anime, I could see them making this into an entire episode. Just have a storytime episode about Historia's past. That could be episode number 2. Also keep in mind that other than Historia's flashback getting introduced here, this is also Kenny's first reveal introduction too into the story. I mean, besides Levi, Kenny will definitely be a standout for Attack on Titan Season 3. This is why I could see a lot more detail given to Kenny here in Historia's flashback. It'll put a focus on the brutality of Kenny. Next up, the warehouse Armin scene, or what people like to refer to this as Armin getting molested. I was getting a lot of questions on my last video about whether I thought this scene would get cut out or maybe shortened. I had to go back and look at the manga and take a look at it. It turns out there's not that much to it in actual manga pages. And to be honest, the first time reading this, I was reading this so quickly, I kinda glanced over this, since it's really only like a panel or two. When people were mentioning it, I was confused about what they were talking about. But anyway, will this get removed? I personally don't think so, and I actually think the opposite. I could really see them adding more to this. Sorry Armin. I got a feeling they'll put more emphasis on Armin getting felt up. It'll be to the point where viewers feel even worse for Armin. And just thinking about it now is making me feel more disgusted at what they could do. What do you think? Should they play this up or just go quickly past it? Improve scene number 4, Grisha's Titan battle. Also known as the only Titan on Titan battle in the fricking arc. Notably, this fight features 2 completely new Titans for anime watchers. I had to go back and check how long this was. In total, the flashback with Eren's father was around 10 pages. I could really see this turning into a third of an episode, all the way up to half an episode for the anime. I think the part about Grisha pleading to the royal family will get a lot more emphasized. I mean, time-wise for anime watchers, it's been years and years since you even last heard Grisha speak. I think last time was back in Eren's flashback in Season 1, way too long ago. Besides, this could also help add more to Grisha's character. You're not gonna see him more for a while anyway. As for the battle, this being the only Titan versus Titan action scene, I see a lot of potential here. The actual fight in the manga was super quick. They could go ahead and take advantage of this and do something similar to the battle versus the female Titan at the end of Season 1. Or I guess in general anything involving the female Titan Season 1. In other words, create something really memorable for anime watchers. I think they'll also focus more on the royal family members getting killed by Grisha. In the manga, it was only like a panel shot, and if you just look at the details, these guys got crushed. I could see the anime showing the full potential of this tomato squishing happening. As a side note, here's one thing I'm wondering. Will they keep Frieda with the female-looking Titan body? I'm not saying it's a high possibility at all, but I think there's a chance for Isayama to retcon this decision. So I'll guess, 15% chance that Frieda loses her female Titan bits. I wouldn't be surprised if Isayama went back on this. Next up, how about some more Commander Erwin in Season 3? Similar to Levi, Erwin is also going to play a significant role in the next 2 arcs. Specifically, I'm thinking about Erwin's flashback when he's discussing the events about his childhood. This is where you get to find out what made Erwin the man he is today. After the smash hit that Mr. Badass was for Season 2, this should get more fleshed out. On top of this, it'll put a greater focus on just how screwed up the government and military police really are. This whole scene will especially be helpful for Erwin's key moment in the following arc. Erwin was recently voted the most popular Attack on Titan character after Season 2 ended. Next up, the Colossal Titan and Armor Titan cameo in the Uprising arc. I'm really looking forward to what they do with this panel. There's a lot of potential here. My personal hope is that they vastly expand on it. This could be similar to what happened to the Eren and Mikasa flashback in season 2. It gave you that badass Mikasa, as well as Eren getting his ass kicked as little kids. The funny or interesting part here is, in the manga it was only a single panel shot. The anime took this and turned it into a few minutes. So here's what I would like to see happening. Really make it seem like it just happened to the viewers. Show a couple minutes of the Colossal Titan and Armor Titan breaking down Wall of Rose. Maybe people also reacting to it. This would be a treat for whoever is anime only. Hopefully they go this direction, cause either due to budget or limited time, I could see them reusing the shot from season 1. Please don't do that. You knew this was coming. Next up, Kenny vs Levi. This scene really has the potential to being the highlight of season 3. Season 2 had the Eren vs Armor Titan part 1. Season 3 is gonna have Levi vs Kenny round 1. The potential is here for this to go down in anime history for anime scenes. Levi is already mentioned to be a highlight for season 3. This specific scene for him could be why. Some of the parts for this whole interaction in the manga do look pretty rough anyway. Also, recall back that there was talk about a special director coming in to do one episode. This mid-early season type of episode could be the reason why. The question is, will the focus here be more on the action concept part of it? Or will it lean towards the potential gore factor? It is human versus human after all. And I'm not talking about showing a ton of blood in that. That's definitely gonna happen. Depending on what they do with Historia's flashback, this could put greater emphasis on Kenny and his brutality. Another reason this is important is because the anime will first introduce here the new 3D maneuver gear, the one specialized in taking on humans. Season 1 of Attack on Titan already put a lot more into the 3D maneuver gear. I'm sure the same will happen for this new gear. Also, the question about the new design of it does come up. For those that may not know or recall, the original 3D maneuver gear in the manga got an updated design for the anime. I could see this one also changing, so keep an eye out for that. Next up is Eren's somewhat of a flashback scene, and I know this is gonna sound weird, but hear me out. In the manga, this was half a page. It was Eren thinking back to right before he passed out when he got captured by Reiner. For this scene, I think it should get expanded. This could be one of Isayama's improvement for the anime. What this should show here was what Reiner and Bert were doing before these two woke up. I'm talking about Eren and Ymir. What's interesting is that they actually released a 5+ minute clip of what these two were talking about. I'll go ahead and link that below. The takeaway here is that it really fleshes out Bert and Reiner more as characters. Keep in mind this is extra stuff that was not in the manga. And the bridge version of the events is just Bert and Reiner feeling bad about all the stuff they had done. It's spoken in a way that doesn't give anything away for the current arc in the manga. This would be especially helpful for what's going on with Reiner specifically right now in the manga. Isayama could go ahead and use this moment to address one of the issues of the anime, which really is not much Reiner or Bert fleshed out at the beginning. This would also help connect the Uprising arc more to the previous one, and for the upcoming events in the next one. Next up, another flashback. This time Eren's flashback involving his father. What is this? Is this becoming Naruto? So many flashbacks. Fortunately, there are important stuff. This specific scene was 4 pages in the manga. You got a short glimpse of what happened between Eren and his father back in Attack on Titan Season 1. Finally, you get to see how Eren got his Titan powers. And at the same time, what happened to poor Grisha. I've seen a lot of anime-only people having their own theories about Eren's father. The most popular one being that Grisha's Mr. Donkey Kong at the end of Season 2. Sure, I guess being a Titan shifter makes you blonde? What is this, Dragon Ball Z? But anyway, this is once again one of the few times you see an actual Titan in this arc. They might as well take advantage of Eren's baby Titan cameo. Keep in mind that this whole partial memory flashback was already changed from the manga back in Attack on Titan Season 1. That's why I say, just go all out with improving this. Depending on how they do it, this could be another potential highlight of Season 2. Finally, the grand finale for the Attack on Titan Uprising arc. You got this super special awesome Turkey Titan battle. Beginning with this guy's transformation, I could see this whole scene becoming something almost entirely different in the anime. It should be similar to what was done for the whole female Titan capture attempt inside of Wall Sina. In case it's been a while, a huge part of that was anime original content, perhaps over half of it. They even changed how Eren got that flaming berserk mode for the finale. So, is Eren gonna go rage berserk mode for Season 3? Is Eren gonna jump on top of that turkey and start beating it? I doubt it. However, I wouldn't be surprised if they do try to plus this so much and turn it into a spectacle. The Turkey Titan has that name for a reason. The anime version of this monstrosity should be able to emphasize the horrors of it. I'm thinking back to that rubbed out flaming face, and just a reveal of the torn stomach insides. That should be fun to see. As a rough estimate, I could see the Turkey Titan conflict turning into 2 or 3 episodes, somewhere in that ballpark. What do you think? How much will they change this up for the Season 3 anime? Anyway, that's how Attack on Titan Season 3 can be improved. Go ahead and give this a colossal thumbs up and subscribe if you enjoyed. And let me hear from you. Question of the day. Which theme do you want fixed, improved, or expanded on in Season 3? I know some of you want an entire episode on the shit machine. Anyway, before ending, I did want to touch about the possible length of Season 3. Let me throw this out there. The recent behind the scenes for Season 3 really suggest only the Uprising arc being covered in Season 3. But how about this? How about if they chose to expand this arc? Depending on how they do this, I could see them adding a lot more anime original content for Season 3, and this wouldn't feel like they're stretching it out too much. Right now, 13 episodes for the Uprising arc total feels way too short. Something like 15 or 16 episodes feels like a better amount. The crazy idea here is that they could perhaps be adding enough anime-only content for more episodes. I'm not saying 24 episodes, but how about something like 20 or 22? Just throwing that out there. Think on that for a while. Anyway, that'll be the second question of the day. If they're only doing the Uprising arc for Season 3, would you prefer them to add more content for 20 plus episodes? Or are you fine in them condensing this to only 13 episodes max? Also, let me know if anyone wants to see a more detailed episode breakdown video for Season 3. Anyway, be sure to give this a colossal thumbs up and subscribe for more Attack on Titan videos. I'm putting out up to 5 Attack on Titan videos out every week. That's not even counting the other anime content I cover. By the way, if you do want to get more involved in the channel, check out the recent Patreon I opened. If you could support with $1, that'd be freaking awesome. And if you can't, that's totally fine too. I'm just trying to see if it's possible to hire some help. Anyway, check that out and I'll see you guys later.